ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Robinson News. I am your host, Darren Robinson. On today's news, we are covering the topics of leaks within the NSDAP and how they have dealt with the terrorists and traitors that are in their ranks. Also in today's news, looking at the resistance members and the British forces raiding the city of Berlin and how they have been dealt with swiftly by police forces around the town. Heinrich Ernst, a member of the NSDAP, was found smuggling out classified information from the NSDAP databases and selling them to members of resistance around the town of Berlin. An act of treason, if ever seen before, and something that shocked the hearts and souls of everybody inside the city itself. I was lucky enough to speak to Michael Belfolzo, a member of the Investigations Unit and Interrogation Unit, who found out the reasons behind him selling this information. Mr. Belfolzo, Heinrich Ernst's actions were very confusing, with him leaking classified right documents to enemies of the state, and it came as a shock to us all that such a prominent member of the NSDAP would do such a thing. What was his motives behind, committing these crimes against our Führer?
All I can say is that there's been investigations about him prior to that, and I think he took it out all on anger, so I think that was his motive.
Okay. What is the actions that you're going to take to anybody else who might, commit such crimes as, leaking documents or doing anything to affect the state?
Well, similarly to what happened to him, they'll execute and severely punish if not.
Once Heinrich was captured, he was taken to the MOI and was prepared for execution. A firing squad made up of the 1st SS was prepared, and all high command as well as some officers were there to witness him being shot. The papers that he have leaked have mostly been recovered, a few still not found, which have been claimed to have been destroyed by Heinrich when he determined they were of no worth to him. The NSDAP High Command released a statement shortly after his death stating that any traitors found within their ranks would follow suit to Heinrich's enactment. The executions would be swift and very painful for those involved. All papers will be recovered within the next week, with SS being on alert for any of them performing on the black market. Gestapo have also been informed of the current actions and are believed to be tracking down some personnel that may have the papers on them. In other news this week, the MOI was raided by paramilitary forces as well as British paratroopers, as well as other military bases around the city. Car bombs were used to destroy public property as well as security forces, causing a lot of damage to personnel as well as civilians. It has been noted that so far, due to the car bombs, there have been over 220 casualties within Berlin alone. Police forces have been responding quickly to such things and have been cracking down on all little areas which have been known to house resistance members. The British forces were also eliminated from the MOI after putting on a daring raid but being fought off by people inside of the MOI, such as the 1st SS, the 7th SS and the 23rd Wehrmacht forces. They fought valiantly for our effort and were able to batter off the forces and ensure that we gained back the MOI with swift succession. As well as the raid at the MOI, there was also a raid at the PD, with mafia members and resistance members storming the base, wiping out people inside and taking people hostage, calling for armed responses, including that with the 2nd Panzer Division, who were able to eliminate them using heavy weaponry, including Panzer VI tanks and a Kubelwagen armed with heavy machine guns. The raid was perfect for the police, storming in and killing off all the resistance inside while saving both hostages that were held against their will. It is unsure which group held the raid, but it is known that they have been eliminated and their numbers have swindled. Unfortunately, because of the actions of such resistance around the city, the army and police need your assistance. Their numbers are swindling due to the fact of having to survive and fight and die for your safety. They are making a call for people to come and join the army to help defend the fatherland and ensure that everything runs as smoothly as possible.
Well, as far as we know, it's the German resistance, or maybe the mafia, or somebody who has it out against the state. As far as we can gather, they're terrorists, and they're basically cowards. If they're willing to resort to explosives that not only harm rank officials, but civilians, they're cowards in my opinion.
We've had a huge influx of recruits to come into the 23rd Army to try and help defend their homeland. But it is not enough. It is requested that you sign up as soon as possible to join the police or military forces to defend your homes and to defend yourself against such terrorists in our city. It is a drastic call, but a call that needs to be made. Please, sign up today and help assist your entire country. If you do not help, we are at risk of losing our own home. We are at risk of losing our money, our families, our houses, our jobs and our lives. Join up today and defend what needs to be defended. Help fight for the fatherland and help fight for the Führer.
Okay, say Reichmark. Right.